Hey guys, Sykes here, and today I'm bringing you guys all three showcase games from my hard-throwing starting pitcher, Trevor Harrison, as well as the draft. Now, the way I formatted these three games is I just showed you guys the final pitch of every at-bat. I figured that was the best way for me to show you guys pretty much how every at-bat works, as well as just being able to go through it quickly. If I didn't edit it out like that, the gameplays would take about 12 minutes per game. I edited it down to about 4 minutes per game, so in total this video only ended up being about 13 minutes long. So that's pretty much how I'm going to format it most likely when I'm actually playing, what's it called, when I'm playing legit games, when I'm actually in the minor leagues and playing the major leagues. That's how I'm going to format it too. Only difference will be I'm going to be pitching like 9-inning games rather than 3-inning games. So the games will probably be either longer or shorter, just depending. And if you guys have different ways of formatting my gameplay, I would love to hear them. Because if I have any way of giving you guys the most possible content without having to edit it down, that'd be preferable. So you guys just tell me what you would prefer, and I'll just edit around it to make you guys enjoy what you're watching. But if you enjoy how I'm currently editing out every at-bat, just feedback telling me that you like that would help too. Because pretty much I enjoy all feedback I get from you guys. That's pretty much what motivates me to keep making videos, and that's how I know what videos to make and how to make them. So that's kind of that's pretty much all I'm asking for. But regardless, I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't have the greatest 3 games. You guys will kind of see how that goes over the course of this video, of course. But I don't know. There was a few instances where the game kind of upset me. I mean, there was times where I feel like they made a bad call, and then my guy ended up suffering because of it. And when I say that, I mean there's instances where my teammates made errors. They credited the other team with base hits. And the problem with that happening, with them calling them base hits rather than errors, is that it actually affects my ERA. Therefore, scouts view me as worse of a player than what I really am, or what I believe I am. So, I get drafted pretty low, I'll be honest. You guys will kind of figure it all out. Pretty much my round doesn't really matter. It's more the team I get drafted to. I won't spoil that. But I'm hoping to be kind of like that type of player that slipped away from so many teams, and I want to make a big impact, even though I don't have very much hype going into my MLB career. The one benefit of being such a low draft pick is actually that it motivates most people to try to prove themselves more because they weren't given as much of a chance. So that's kind of where I'm going to try to go with my guy, because although I believed he pitched well in most circumstances, there were times where I did actually make mistakes, but for the most part, a lot of mistakes were made because my teammates weren't able to make certain plays. So I do believe my guy is better than the stats show. Hopefully, scouts will notice that as well, and I'll get drafted to a team that will actually help me develop as much as possible, so I can be the best possible starter in the major leagues and have the best career possible. That's the whole purpose of the start of the show. Now, of course, when these scouts are watching me, they of course know that I have the stuff to be a major league pitcher. When you throw 100 miles per hour, that's obviously a big plus, and my guy already has a curveball with some immense break on it. So my guy already looks like a quality starter. The only problem is he doesn't necessarily have the mental aspect of the game fully down, and that's kind of proven in certain circumstances where he'll give up some hits, and he struggles so much with giving up hits that he'll just constantly keep giving up more and more hits until eventually he gives up 4 or 5 runs. So I've noticed that's the biggest problem with my guy, is that after giving up 1 hit, his pitching really does get worse. He'll miss his spots a lot more, and people just start hitting him a lot more. So I feel like once my guy gets the mental aspect down, he really can be one of the top pitchers in the major leagues. So that's pretty much just what I'm striving for. That's what I want my character to get better at. No player is perfect, so I definitely have to fine tune certain aspects of my game, and that's pretty much what I've noticed the most. is that my stuff is good enough, but just the mental aspect needs to be better. I also want to add a few pitches to my repertoire so I can have more go-to pitches. In these games, my go-to pitch is more of the fastball. I even use it as a strikeout pitch, and you can't really do that in the major leagues. Most there are a lot of fastball hitters, so you really need to find more off-speed stuff that's effective. The curveball is good, but the changeup's not where I want it to be. So I'm hoping to maybe add, like I said, 2 more pitches, maybe like a slider or like a 2-seamer, just to add some difference in break. Have something that breaks away from the plate and one that breaks kind of more inside. So those are just 2 pitches I'm thinking about. If you guys have certain pitches that you'd like to see, just do what I always ask for and just comment below. Because anything that you guys like to watch, that's what I want to give you guys. So yeah, ask and you will receive. Anyways, though, just get back into the gameplay. My guy is pitching, I don't know, fairly well, but I think you guys will realize pretty soon that once my guy gives up 1 hit, he struggles with it a little too much, and he gives up more hits than he really should. So I would say that's his biggest problem, is just the incapability to work out of innings. And another thing I didn't really like is that his ability to finish games was really bad. I probably gave up most of my runs throughout the showcase in the final out. So my guy would throw 2 2/3 great innings. Then in that final out of my outing, I'll give up like 2 or 3 runs. So just that one inability to get 1 out can throw away your whole entire game. So that's one problem. That's another problem that my guy had. So I'm gonna have to try to work on that, and just try to work on keeping my guys composure, really, because he's a great pitcher. Just that he doesn't know how to keep himself composed after giving up 1 hit, which results in a much worse outing than was really necessary, to be honest. So that's just kind of my view of him. That's pretty much what the scouts are saying too. My guy's been reading the scouting reports, and they're saying that he's got the great stuff, but just not the mental aspect down. And just that mental aspect is really making teams hesitant to draft me. Although in real life, typically a player with my stuff will get drafted very high, just because I'm so young. They just, for some reason, a lot of teams don't trust my guy to actually develop that mental aspect. So I just need to prove them wrong. That's all I need to do. I'm hoping that my guy will come through and have some good minor league starts. But definitely what I need to be working on is keeping him composed on the mound and making sure that his stuff continues to be good, develop a few more pitches. I think my guy will definitely be where I want him to be. So, of course, my guy's only 18. I'm not going to go back to college. I was considering it for a while, but I really don't feel like showing you guys more of the showcase. It's really not interesting. I don't find it fun whatsoever when you have to redo it, at least. So I don't feel like having to redo it and make you guys have to sit through it. Either way, though, I think I just finished... Yes, I just finished my 3rd and final game. Although the 3rd game was pretty good for the most part, I was still credited as the losing pitcher, even though I didn't give up an earned run. So that's just kind of my example of how, even though I'm having good outings, they aren't doing much because my team won't back me up. Either way, though, I'm going to leave now. I'm going to let you guys hear the game audio, and I'm out. Peace.
To the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. Rounds 1 through 4 are complete, and we will now begin the 5th round. The first pick is officially on the clock. With the first pick in the 5th round, the Houston Astros select Jay Montano, a relief pitcher from the International region. With the second pick of the 5th round, the Miami Marlins select Richie Osuna, a starting pitcher from the East region. With the third pick in the 5th round, the Chicago White Sox select Lincoln Goodson, a center fielder from the International region. With the fourth pick of the 5th round, the Minnesota Twins select Rich Chavez, a shortstop from the International region. With the 5th pick in the 5th round, the Chicago Cubs select Sergio Ramirez, a third baseman from the East region. With the 6th pick of the 5th round, the Seattle Mariners select Frank Bautista, a left fielder from the International region. With the 7th pick in the 5th round, the Philadelphia Phillies select Edgar Amaya, a starting pitcher from the West region. With the 8th pick of the 5th round, the Toronto Blue Jays select Trevor Harrison, a starting pitcher from the West region.
All right, we're making our way through the middle rounds of the first-year player draft now. What do you guys have to say about this most recent selection?
Well, at this point, it's really hard to tell how any of these mid-round picks will turn out. I'm sure some of them will exceed expectations and become productive big leaguers, but most of the time, these guys are likely to be what we call career minor leaguers. Now, most organizations are looking to fill in the holes and add depth with these mid-round picks, but every once in a while, they can get lucky and catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard to say how any of these draft picks will turn out, but we do know a little bit about this guy that was just taken. We saw him at the Topps Amateur Showcase, and he didn't do a whole heck of a lot to impress me, but I can see that he does have some tools, and that could help him develop nicely in the minor league.